I knew that was going to happen. Alright, so welcome back. As you can see, I'm out here doing another brunch with an MRE. Got the press going to make some coffee. I already got the stuff heating up. I spilled a little water when I was pouring the thing, and it's already freezing over. It is 12 degrees with a real feel of 3. So it is cold. So this MRE actually came with coffee this time. These tortillas. I'm gonna put my gloves back on. I got the stuff from my last one and the little sporker I carry. And this one does have a spoon, so hopefully the actual tortillas don't freeze before it heats up. So today though, do want to talk about something that seems to be a common theme on the channel, which is knives. And if you've been with the channel for a while, you've seen me use traditional camp type knives, moras, tactical knives, or as some people would call them, tactical. I tend to use what I like and what works for me, and as I've also said, I will, if I buy anything, any tool, an axe, a hatchet, a knife, I will do whatever I need to do to make that work for me. The tool shouldn't own me. I should own the tool. So, you know, like I've said a lot of times, you know, like I did in my, the view from here, it's not the knife. So, I really want to stress again that you should use what you can afford, what you're comfortable with, and what you're going to actually use. If that happens to be a tactical knife, then so be it. If it happens to just be a little small SRK or SA Swiss Army knife, then so be it. If all you can really afford is a $5 Ozark Trail from Walmart or something similar to that, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with any of it. As long as you take the time to learn how to use it. Yes, you know, you want a knife to hold an edge and be tough. But the average person isn't out there doing the stuff that I do. They're not out there batoning through wood. They're not doing stuff that's really going to break their knives. So the only thing they're really doing in camp is maybe a little whittling and food prep. And you're not going to dull your knife slicing up potatoes. It's going to take quite a long time for you to dull your knife slicing up a potato and an onion. Edge grind doesn't matter either. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. We all have our preference. I like a Scandi, and I like a flat grind. But then again, you know, I got some hollow grinds, and I've got a couple of saber grind knives, and they work just as well too. So, you know, like today, the knife I happen to throw on my belt for this venture is an SRKC. It's got some scuff marks on it from batoning. And if you've watched the channel, you know, like one of my favorite knives, but I don't generally use it a lot, is a full-size SRK. If you go back to the original, very first cabin trip video, it was an SRK that I used throughout that whole trip. I really didn't have anything else. That was my knife. For the next year, the knife I carried the most was actually a Becker BK2, which is a very beefy knife, but you know, you learn, if you've used knives enough, you can make a knife do what you want. I mean, I used that knife to actually fillet some fish, and if you don't know, you know, the knife, it's a 1/4-inch steel, and the knife weighs a pound. You know, also, if you remember, that knife, I had to go get stitches. I'm just going to throw another tab in there. Another part of the tab. See, that's the thing I like about these. You know, that broke when I was taking it out, and I can still use it. If liquid fuel, if the can gets a hole, you're not using it. It's going to leak all over the place. If you're using something like alcohol in a little container and it breaks, it's the same type of situation. It's going to leak, and you're going to not have any fuel. Plus, you know, these are also good for fire starters. But anyway, so, you know, it doesn't really matter, you know, what you're using. It's really more the person wielding the tool than it is the tool. So, you know, I've said this numerous times on the channel. Buy it, go out and use it. You know, use it, you know, give it a chance. Don't go out and try to carve a marshmallow stick and say, oh, it's not very comfortable, because you know, these aren't super comfortable knives either. The handles are somewhat thin, and it takes a little time to get used to, especially on these compact ones. But let's see if this is warm yet. No, it doesn't seem to be getting warm. Well, a little bit. Let it go for a few minutes. So, like, you know, just, and it's the same thing. You know, I've used, you know, $20, $30 tents that have lasted me years, decades. I bought a pup tent. At the time, they were like 30 bucks. I think they're up to like 60 now. It was a long time ago. I think it was made by Stansport. That was the latest one that I had before I sold it off. It was just a little pup tent. Nothing special about it. The first time I used it, it leaked really bad. I had about 1.5 to 2 inches of water all in the bottom of my tent, which sucked. Everything was soaked. I was soaked. It was late April. It was not warm. So, you know, after that, I waterproofed it, and I also started carrying a tarp that I would put over the tent, just to be extra precautions, because I never wanted to wake up that wet and cold again. So, I mean, I always say this, and I guess maybe I'm that guy or something, but just buy what you can afford, buy what you like, buy what you're going to use, and then go out and use it. That's the key thing. Go out and use the stuff. Sometimes I see, you know, go outside, practice, and some of us go outside and practice, and, you know, there's no, where are the people telling us to go out and practice, when we go out and practice? You know, my channel fluctuates. I have stuff like this, I have how-to stuff, I have hunting stuff, not a lot of fishing stuff, you know, building stuff, you know, bushcraft related stuff. I think the only thing I really haven't done is build like a natural shelter, mainly because I'm gonna throw this over half in there. Mainly because most of the land that I go on is public land, so I would have to take it down. A few years ago, if you've watched, I went out and I built a bushcraft chair, and when I was about quarter of the way, halfway through it, one of the people that took care of the place, the caretakers for that particular piece of land, came through. So I talked to him for a minute and explained what was going on. He's like, well, as soon as when you're done, make sure you take it apart and don't leave the cordage and stuff behind. So I was like, all right, no problem. So it kind of defeats the purpose in a way to go out and spend 5 or 6 hours building something that I only have to turn around and tear down, that I can't use because I can't camp on the stuff that's land either, as I've said many times. So, you know, the channel's a mishmash of things. The only goal that I can say is very specific is that it's about the outdoors, and I think I do a pretty good job of doing that. I have had some talking head stuff here and there. I think we all have at times. It's a little warm. If you want, you know. Feel free to jump in. My hands are very cold. And let's see. See if this stuff is any good. I've not had an MRE taco before. Hot sauce would have probably been nice for this one. The shell is splitting a little bit. It's not bad. All right. No. I had the cookie sheet today. Pretty good, sorry, I'm hungry. So, again, as I've said, my hands are cold. I'm afraid I'm going to cut myself trying to put this back. Just what makes you happy. Don't worry about what other people say. Except me. Kidding. Nobody listens to me. Alright. The only thing I don't like about these presses is they make a freaking mess. Oh, that's like super strong. Oh, but it's good. Alright, so I'm going to finish my coffee, have another one of these little tacos, and then I'm going to pack it up and get out of the cold. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, whenever that might be, because we have about 15 inches of snow out there. And today I did not bring snowshoes, so I just wallowed through it. right. Walked a long ways through very deep snow, almost up to my knees, because I'm a short guy, just to make this video for you guys. And it'll get 5 views. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.